Hey y'all, Lost Sandman R35 coming at you from Two Guys Reviews, and this is Zombie Talk. And today we're doing yet another Mythbuster. This time we're trying the Maxis side of the Easter egg solo. And I previously said that it could not be done, and I came into some information that it may very well be possible, so we're going to try it out. Basically what I'm going to do, since you can't carry two turbines, it'll only let you have one active at one time for one player, we are going to pick up the electric trap and we're going to drop that at the tower, pick up a fresh turbine, and then move it to the electric trap and see if that has enough power to be able to complete the Maxis Easter egg. So, hey dog, why are you barking? Also, excuse the new intro.
I won't hurt Marlton's feelings by telling him
that is going to be changed. We're going to have a new Zombie Talk intro. I'm working on it right now. It's going to be pretty epic. That's why the intro was a bit different this time. That's just going to be like our general intro for other videos that are not Zombie Talk. But here I am. I'm going to fast forward a little bit to where you turn on the power, which is the first part of the Easter egg for Maxis. And after we turn the power on, here we go, turning the power on. After we turn the power on, I'm going to build the electric trap, just in case you don't know how to build that. Might as well include that as well. Also in this video, I'm going to do the TV Easter egg and all of the sound clips that you can get from the TV.
Oh,
so, in case you've never heard those or don't know how to do it, I'll show you how to do that as well. So here we are turning the power on. We got Avogadro coming out, and in the background you'll hear Maxis say, you know, shut off the power, but we're not going to do that quite yet because I need to get myself set up a little bit more before we go ahead and do that. And, of course, I need to pick up my galvanuckle part. But now we're going to build the turbine. Not the turbine, jeez. We're going to build the electric trap. And it consists of 3 parts. The first, one of the parts is, and they're all scattered throughout here. Kind of looks like a shift knob whenever you pick it up, but it's actually like a plank with like a Tesla coil on it. Next part we're going to need is going to look like a joystick, but it's actually, it looks like a tube TV or something along that line.
might fit with that other thing. I'm no expert at all this.
And the third part, which for whatever reason I was having trouble finding, is the battery. And I'm just going to fast forward till I find it. And it was actually right in front of me. And it is done. So here I'm going to drop this turbine and have the zombie destroy it.
X marks the spot.
And pick up the electric trap. Dog, quit barking. He'll bark at anything. If a leaf blows, he'll bark. So here we are. We're moving on to the tower. And like I said before, easiest way to get there is just follow the lava track. And then after you do that, you kind of like turn left and go straight a bit. And there you go. So we're just going to drop this off here. And I'm going to fast forward yet again. And here we are in Farm. And I was actually just here to pick up Double Tap. There's the TV I'm talking about, and I'll get back to that later. But if you want to know what I was talking about with the TV, that's the TV I was talking about. Of course, there's another bear. Okay, so next step in the Maxis Easter egg is to turn off the power, so let's do that. And I did pick up a fresh turbine when I did this. Okay, when the power turns off, you will hear Maxis say this.
Yes, outstanding. Now we can continue our other tasks.
On to the other tasks, then. So I'm just going to go right back to the tower. And we're going to put down the turbine and see if both the turbine and the electric trap together as a combo will be enough power to power up the tower. Let's see what he says.
How about here?
Not enough power. Bring additional energy systems.
Okay, so that was a fail. Then he goes on to say...
Your power supplies are drained. Now start again. Portable power devices are running out. You will have to redo a step, hurry. Your net power depend below acceptable levels. Return to the previous locations.
Okay, so that didn't work out too well. So basically at this point, this is going to end the transit Mythbuster Easter eggs on solo. You cannot do them solo, either one. We tried Richtofen's different ways, we've tried Maxis's, and unfortunately you need 2 players at least for everything. So again, I hate to say it, but this one is busted. And so is my turbine, apparently.
All this lightning's making my piercings tingle. All of them.
Anyway, let's move on to the TV. Now, when you get to the TV, you got to make sure that the power is on. And once the power is on, you're going to have to hold down the action button. That's either square if you're a PlayStation person, or X if you are an Xboxer. Got to hold it down for quite a while until you hear a click, and then you'll be good to go, and you'll hear this.
What has occurred cannot be undone. However, I realize the calculations were made in haste and could potentially threaten the entire globe. That was not the intent. I considered a possible plan B should this occur, but this plan would consist of creating global polarization devices that would... It appears I have difficulty speaking. Devices when the power... Shut the power... Me.
Okay, that was obviously Maxis talking about shutting down the power.
Zapped by lightning.
And for the very next clip, and apparently he's saying something about other devices, so I'm assuming that's going to be in other maps that apparently are going to be able to cure whatever's going on. And you gotta wait a good minute, half a minute, somewhere around there before you can hear the next one, so I'm just gonna fast forward real quick here. And next one is this.
Hello. This is Jackass Flats, calling any human community within broadcasting distance. We're located at standard map coordinates 37 degrees, 07 north, 116 degrees, 03 west. This is a warning to anyone contacted by a group of mysterious voices. Several of our party began to hear the voices, and their competing instructions and incompatible demands drove a wedge down the center of the camp. Half of the camp is carrying out the demands of only through electronics. This voice is a big, long, and its ultimate goal is unclear. The other voice cannot be heard by humans who have not been on the long madness this way lies. Neither of these instruction sets will
Nothing good comes out of weather like that.
Those of us who have not chosen a side have been hunted by both sides, seeking to force us to assist them. Who got me back? Oh! Get back! You get stuck!
Okay, short story is the map coordinates he gave you are for Nuketown, and he's talking about how people are hearing voices like Maxis's, and if you have blue eyes, apparently you hear Richtofen. And here is the next audio clip.
What's that? Who's there? Yes, I can hear you. course I have. There's nothing else. No, I won't do that. How do I know you're not lying? You could be making all that up, huh? Sure, that only makes sense. Dude. You don't like that. But... No, I see. Sure. Really? But they're my friends. Yes. Of course I see now. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. For you and the flesh.
Okay, so that was obviously some guy talking to Richtofen who's going to do something for him and the flesh, which is interesting.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? We evacuated the spire as you instructed, but the shamblers are swarming our location, and we can't hold out against their superior numbers for long without aid. Hello? Please, come in. It is vital that you instruct us on that...
Okay, and that was obviously Dr. Maxis, a guy talking to Dr. Maxis saying, hey, you know, come in, we're doing what you said, and then apparently he met his end. And the very last clip that you'll get is this.
You think you're so smart, huh? You think you can manipulate everybody into doing what you want, but we know the truth. But your calculating works and your sinister agents, You mean to destroy this planet and kill us all?
Nothing good comes out of weather like that!
We're not gonna help! No way, no how! So yeah, keep talking. But no one's gonna hear you because we're destroying everything! Everything electronic, starting with this evil radio box thing!
Okay, and that's about it for the TV. If you go back to it later on, all you're going to get is Dr. Maxis, which you'll hear in the background here again. Just the same thing that he said before. And that is going to conclude this Mythbuster. We will have more Mythbusters coming up, and more zombie-related zombie talks as well. And until then, I am going to be working on the new intro for Zombie Talk, and I will catch you all later. This is Lost Sandman R35 saying, peace out. Bye-bye.